Alright, I did have another 14 minutes for recording. Yeah, I did have another 14 minutes. I did look inside the recorder, the screen recorder settings. I did have another 14 minutes, but hey, the time we would have watched that 6 minutes to get to Jake the dumb ass wipe, Jake the ass wipe. That's what we'll call him. Um, to watch his stupid analogy. Just let's just get to this, yeah, because I've spoken enough, and then straight into the decodes, yeah. And as I say, I have been compiling some stuff. I might put out some more videos today, or I might just save it for next week and start putting out more of the um, space stuff with some of these, weasels and turd brains. Like, what is his name? Was it Dave or David McKean or McKeenan? He's another one that's been doing the rounds recently. Some photographer. Another one, whether he's paid to do it or it's just the mind inception and the mind schism via the gang. I mean, unbelievable. What was the video? One of the videos he put out. He done one against Nathan Oakley the other day, but I think the first one we'll destroy him with is gonna have to be the motions, because he did want to do why don't we spin off the earth or something like that. So yeah, I think that will be one of the first ones we'll do. We might put it up to today, or it might be next week. As I say, I am in music mode right now, so also again, count yourself lucky that I am partitioning time, because I'm heavily in music mode at the minute. But I do need to put out a little something for the people, or for the one person, whether that may be aside from Dr. Savage or something. You know what I mean? Like, thank you, nice one, much love. Um, just for your average watcher, shout out to you, brilliant, nice one. Share the work, thank you. So let's get into this. I'm sure you've heard me chin wagging enough. And oh yeah, we've still got somebody. Oh my god, I'll just wait. We'll do it after this. Right, let's go.
All right, welcome back, Truth Seeker. We got another turd in the world of YouTube trying to take a shot at Gematria. And his name is Jake the Asshole, which is probably the most fitting name for any accountant who's ever tried to take a stab at my work. And Gary Grinberg, also known as Gary the Numbers Guy, is lurking out there. He was trolling today and stalking me into Yeah Right the Matrix's channel. Again, if either of you are out there, let's debate. When it comes to Jake the Asshole, let's debate if Gematria is relevant. Again, this guy, he has a 3-hour live stream here. Somebody let me know this. His live stream begins by talking about how he thinks the football player Trevor Lawrence is a woman in a man suit wearing a skin-tight mask that's from Hollywood. It's like, okay, so that's the level this guy's on, right? But then in the same stream, he gets into how Gematria's bullshit. And again, this guy reminds me of like a flat earther type, a conspiracy theorist type. Just puts out his bullshit opinion out there, makes everybody who's questioning what's going on in the world look stupid, and then tries to denounce the best work in the history of the conspiracy proving.
Right, just again, for these type of knuckleheads, yeah? For these type of knuckleheads, do I have to break down the SON and the SUN again? The priesthood and government merger, and why they tell you the sun's so big but really it's just there and it's so small, the same size as the moon? Do we have to go into why they're 93 million miles away and how that factors in with, was it April 3rd? Is it Jesus Christ or Christ equals 43, like 4/3? Does God's Son equal 93? Dying between the hours of 9 and 3. And there's a few more 93s, And obviously we already broke down the torus fields and the hyperboloid torus field and the hourglass in the middle, and how it's all torus fields on torus fields, like a cogs in a watch. Yeah? That's why when people are so baffled, why does it, what is it, the northern or the southern? It spins opposite ways. Well, fucking hell, it's a timepiece watch. Cogs in a watch? Like, I don't understand why that's so difficult to understand. And obviously the 360 with the figure 8, or 360 times 4. Obviously, 4 circles make up 88. The sun and the moon make the analemma over a period of time. You know, 88 miles an hour. You know, Back to the Future. I mean, come on. But my point is right in your face, because they're on the, as I say, the hourglass of the hyperboloid torus field. So you still going to sit there and tell me that the sun is all this stupid distance away? Is that what you're going to tell me, Zachary K. Hubbard? Because you know I've just destroyed you. So you've got guaranteed first round knockout. I haven't even began yet. And literally in that paragraph, I've already done your campaign. This audacity that you have. This stance that you have. And you've had enough time to adapt to say, oh wow, yeah, actually, that does make sense. Yeah? Because you know that long spiel that I've got, that I copy and paste, that I haven't even put around in a little while. You know the one, and that's been refined over time. I've been writing it for years now. And then I've been saying it for time. That's why when Brother Sanchez said what he said the other day on one of his streams about the hyperboloid torus field and the figure 8, and I'm like, is this brother for real? I've been saying it for fucking years. I've been saying that for years, but I'm not on about look at me, because I said it. But as I say, because people, you know, some people that may not watch your channel, or they know of your channel, but they stop watching your channel, and or some that have even seen that same, you know, copy and paste message that I've put around, or he's probably even heard me say that in a video before, but they may have forgot, or he hasn't forgotten, he's just saying it like, I mean, but as I say, I know minds can think alike, but still, it's like, fucking hell, man. I've been saying that for fucking, since what? Halfway into probably 2017, because I found Gematria and Flat Earth at the same time. And again, I put off Flat Earth for about 8 months. People telling me, look on it, I'm seeing suggestions on YouTube. I'm saying, what's that nonsense? I ain't got time for that. That's some idiot thing. Yeah? You know, like that. And then when I found Gematria, I said, fuck it, I'm going to look at both of these simultaneously. And that was in October 2016. And I said, oh my God, my goodness. And it didn't take me long for both, from watching Zach, from his early videos and the later videos from the one that I stumbled into. I said, wow, he's onto something. And I said, oh my God, I'm weighing up what's going on here. If it's all true, why is there so much green screen fuck ups and all the other bullshit that, you know, the mind control that you know, all these space agencies and shadow governments doing? If you're not lying, duh, like fucking hell. And then he will come out and say, oh no, it's a psyop on top of a psyop to make you think, blah, 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 blah. And then that's why they brought the Flat Earth Society. Shut the fuck up with your bullshit, sir. You need a fucking serious ups upside your fucking head. Real fucking talk, man. This is fucking ridiculous. Are we moving, hurtling through the universe, Zachary K. Hubbard? Is it the torus field recycling the atmosphere that's spinning around? Or one of the torus fields? Because again, it's layers upon layers of torus field. Again, you have a torso on a torus field around your body, along with your Merkaba and all that type of stuff. You're always going to be your torus field before any incarnation. You are your torus fields. You're borrowing your body right now. Like, what is wrong with these people? You know? It's like, what? I mean, it's just, you've had enough time, man. And then the belittling, all the bullshit belittling that he does, all the dodging that he does. Like, what are you saying? You can't even have a discussion with Dr. Savage yet. You still haven't put up a video saying, oh shit, I made a mistake from saying he wanted to come and shoot me when he was talking about Itachi and you know what I mean? And the way that he brought my name in was because of what, you know, whatever you were saying about, you know, certain people need a bullet to the head because they just, you know, waste of space and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You can't even put up a standalone video, but it's my point. To do some of the consistent, you know, lies that you do, somebody coming into the community now, obviously you've got, you know, the works they're going to stand for itself. Yeah, obviously. But come on, is that really a good look to have such consistency with some of the lies? Now, I'm not knocking everything. Obviously, I know the thing does work with sports, with the numbers. I know, obviously, again, sports, stock market. It's a real thing. Yes, you're going to get some, you're going to lose some, but it's definitely a thing. So again, These type of assholes, what are you talking about? Another one, you need to ups upside your head. Both of you, I wish I could just clump both your heads together. Smash. All of you fucking idiots, man. You guys do some of the most biggest disservice to any movement, and then you don't understand, oh, why are people getting together? Because I keep saying, if you can't fortify even in your own consciousness and those around you in your immediate vicinity on and offline, well, what the fuck do you expect? Oh, how's everybody gonna gravitate and take to the fucking work? You can't even get it together in the small circles. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just like, what? So again, would you like a mature, grown-up discussion about True Earth? Zachary K. Hubbard. Because I've kindly been asking you, just like it said in that message I showed a second ago, I've been kindly asking you for at least a year and a half now. Stop talking about flat earth and bundling us all together as one and dissing people off like we're fucking stupid and beyond retarded. You know, we're not inside the vehicle even though we've got the torus field around us, yeah? So my point is, we're on top of the vehicle, yeah? Are we spinning 1,000 miles an hour? Orbiting at 66.6 thousand miles an hour? Following the sun's gravity pull, corkscrewing through the universe, going 550,000 miles an hour. Also on an elliptical orbit that's going to decelerate and accelerate. How's certain things going to be catching up? Why don't we see different stars? Pack it the fuck in. Eh? Trust me, if I was in America, mate, we would be meeting. Don't get it twisted. If we was in America, I would have met you on one of your, you know, pounding pavement, something. Trust me. We would have already met and had a mature discussion. Because only a dumbass, regardless if you brought this information, only a dumbass and or a gatekeeper paid to do it can't, you know, break this, you know, I don't even know what to say, whatever this, you know, membrane that's over your brain, you know, this cocoon, you know, the mind schism, or you know what's going on. Only a paid to do it agent or somebody that is just, you know, great, he brought this information, but then, I mean, come on, how can you not? Something so obvious. Anyway, again, I've said enough. Let's keep it moving. This is fucking outrageous. Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, and people like you shut the fuck up. Shut the flying fuck up.
World, which is yours truly. And everybody who's questioning what's going on in the world looks stupid.
Again, we're going to watch about 8 minutes, no more, and then we're going to get into some decodes. Oh, and also we got one more dumbass that left a comment yesterday, and I did mention it in part 1. You don't want to miss it. Unbelievable.
And then tries to denounce the best work in the history of the conspiracy-proving world, which is yours truly. And I can say that with a straight expression just like this all day, every day, because that's what my work is. Undeniable, evidence-based. You can use it to accurately forecast what is coming, as we've proven for a decade. And you got...
Oh, and quickly, just so you know what's incoming, we've got the bullshit scripted resignation of, what's her name? Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand Prime Minister. Oh my God. Again, we've got that. We've got the Black Lives Matter situation with the co-founder, you know, with her cousin that got killed by police recently. And of course, we've got the Houston shooting that happened the other day with the drive-by shooting at the funeral. You don't want to miss that. So those are going to be the top main stories we're going to be dealing with today. And yeah, so let's keep it moving. Bam.
Warp like this, just putting out straight up bullshit. This person's a transgender. This person's a clone. This person's in a bodysuit. It's just, this stuff is garbage. So Jake the asshole, if you're out there calling in debate, you will get put in your place. Gary, the numbers guy, he tries to pretend that he's not about Gematria, but the funny thing is he makes people sign an NDA and charges them a lot of money to learn about it. And Gary used to call into TFR every Wednesday night in 2016 until he stopped after he got embarrassed for about the 15th straight call where he was wrong and I was right. And today he's lurking while I'm talking to Yeah Right the Matrix, and he starts spamming the chat about how I'm an agent, putting out this false information, and then saying that Donald Trump's the truth. At least Jake the asshole gets that part right. I watched some of this guy's stream, and then I fast forward to the part where he started talking about Gematria, but he's at least he's not caught up in the whole politics, Jake the asshole. So we'll give credit where it's due. But here, I just want to listen to Jake the asshole give his take on what Gematria is like. And again, when I listen to this, I think, well, I mean, the guy did prove in the opening statements that he's a moron. Can you imagine a woman getting into a man suit? He's explaining how he doesn't even think Trevor Lawrence, the person inside the suit's as tall as they really are. But imagine getting into this suit of a bigger person. I guess he probably got done watching Avatar. But then imagine having to be in this suit and then, you know, like, how's this even working? Do you have like a submarine type thing where it goes up from your head to the mask so that you can actually see through Trevor Lawrence's, I guess, fake eyes? And then how are you throwing a football? I mean, people like...
Hey, and guys, if you're new here, you can support. Obviously, you can, you know, Zach's wrote 2 incredible books. What's the other one? Simple Truth TV's made a book as well. Most of us in the community could write a book now, you know, because we understand certain patterns, be it organic and or via the nefarious mittens that control media and, you know, and do all their crazy events and situations and terrorism in all its forms. But yeah, you know, check out the books. Go to GematriaEffect.news, of course, under his video in the description. You'll find them. Again, you can download them for free, or if you want to support it, you know, I'm sure he's got them at certain outlets, so you can obviously go to like your Amazon or, you know, that type of stuff like that, and wherever else that he's got them, that's facilitating his book. So, you know, again, I'm always giving due where, you know, respectfully, just like where he just said as well, you know, I always do that, you know, and I've never stopped doing that, and never will stop doing that, yeah? But shit that has to be said, it has to be said. If there's shit for me that needs to be said, then motherfucker say it. You know what I mean? But just know, you under the microscope with the shit and that you've been doing, and the shit that you say, listen, allow it, man. And just like this fool, shut the fuck up.
This are a fucking joke. And then to attack my work? And that was funny, he was watching a clip of Jim Bob and his panel of goons.
Oh, yeah, that was terrible.
I understand what I was saying, too. I mean, essentially what Jake the asshole proves is what I've always been saying. The critics of my work are really dumb people. And sadly, there's a lot of them in the conspiracy theory community. And notice most conspiracy theory stuff is just that. It's absolute trash. It's based in nothing but nonsense.
We deal with... Oh, sorry. Let me reiterate what you said there, you know. Conspiracy factualists. Yes, there's a tiny bit of speculation here and there. But for the most part, we've definitely nailed it. Yeah? For the most part, those that speak correctly and show the layers, you know what I mean? And XYZ, and whether it's all organic, mix of true lies, and or a full-blown, you know, operation from the gang, and whatever else, you know, tiny bit of speculative part, but for the most part, it's conspiracy factualists, yeah? Not theorists, factualists, because this shit has checked out beyond, you know, the years that we've been doing it, obviously, you know what I mean? Because obviously we're going through history and we're seeing shit. This shit has been checking out since how fucking long, yeah? So it's not like we're just looking at in the window of all the media in just the last, you know, since 2013, since Zach started and uploaded to YouTube to now, which is the 10th year. Remember, it's 10 years, you know, for anybody new here. This is 10 years. This isn't just, just audio oracle. Oh, it's just one man. He's found these numbers and, he's just pulling numbers out of his backside and, you've got more chance of, you know, it's like, was it? How could I say it? If you got more chance of winning the lottery, is that correct? Like, than to say that, you know, I'm making up numbers and, you know, this all coming together, the way it comes together in news and media and stuff on the organic side. It's just like, oh yeah, this is just, we're pulling numbers out of our backside. Really? Again, who gave us the language? Jesuits. What was it? Was it the Jesuit Catholic monk that aided the English to come in and all that type of stuff? Yeah. So again, what's the odds that they have you following the one that's never coming down, but he's looking down? Yeah. Whether it's actually God or God's son Jesus, oh, he's coming back, the rapture. No. The only rapture is supposed to have is inside. Yeah, when you come to a specific type of realization after introspection of self, environment, what, where, why, and who you are. Yeah. And fuck, what was I gonna say? I was saying about them using the book. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, fuck, it slipped my mind. I was gonna say anyway.
And ignorance and people's opinions. Meanwhile, what I do is based in knowledge, in fact.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Shit. Yeah. So just the segue talk with the Bible. Quick sidebar. Basically, so again, what are the odds, right? Because I said that's why I mentioned the lottery and stuff. So point is, what are the odds of all these, being in the same cipher? Like parables, cross, Jesus Christ. Remember, these all equal 74. Occult, Gematria, Lucifer, Messiah, Muhammad. Or actually, the Muhammad is in an outside cipher. But my point is, loads in the same cipher, 74, with stuff pertaining to Jesus Christ and, some type of Messiah or deity or fallen angel. It's like, what are the odds of that? And the fact that it's 74 and the mirror, the mirror obviously of 74, the mirror reflection of 74 is going to be 47. So your mind should start working once you realize news equals 47. Of course, we're in the beast system. Beast equals 47. We're under their jurisdiction. So, judge with gavel. 47, Republican, Democrat. And the other one that I'm forgetting right now, Republican, Democrat, President, government, White House, all equal 47. Names like Trump equal 47. Yeah? So think about that. And these are the ones that want to play God and govern over you. Also, Tetragrammaton equals 47. And if you don't think there's nothing to, creating a world through words, because words create worlds, yeah, you need to think again. Hence why the old name for God, Tetragrammaton, key part within that word is grammar. Apparently God speaks the world into existence over numbered days after merging the vibration, sound, letter and the number and light and thought, which is all the same thing. Once you start to understand frequency, vibration, cymatics, Oh, there's something right now I'm forgetting with 61, Jesus Christ and the flower of life. And then of course you go through mitosis in the womb. When you're being made, before, being a baby. So again, grammar, spelling, speaking the word into existence, So again, if they work through you, all this I've broken down how many times? Again, you go to elementary school, but they didn't really teach you fully about the elements. They gave you some stuff, but then they tricked you, and then of course you've got the globe sitting there in the background, and then they just tell you all that buffoonery and all the shows at the beginning, your American Idol or whatever, AGT, America's Got Talent, whatever it is, Britain's Got Talent. What does it start with? It shows you a stupid globe. It's just all mind control. Are you upside down, sideways, hurtling, spinning, going absolutely ludicrous miles an hour? Because if you are, that's what I'm fine with that. I'm not somebody that's I don't care what shape. All I'm on about or care for is authenticity. That's it. So my point is, why are these people, whether it's against Gematria or whether it's against True Earth, why do these people, slightly rhetorical obviously, and we're going through all the variables of what the case may be when it comes to their own understanding or if they're just a paid agent. My point is, why is it so hard to throw your toys at the car? Another great thing that come up, in some of Brother Sanchez's recent uploads. Shout out to them. Shout out to Journalism. Shout out to FTFE. Shout out to other people as well. And on the panel. But my point is, as somebody even like FTFE would say, you know, science can change. They never say that it's final, but obviously they look at some theories and hypothesize some stuff, and then they check some stuff out. Then they may do some, you know, measurable, observable, repeatable experiments. Hence why that's the other side name of my channel, which it first started off was called Measurable, Observable, Repeatable. And then I just went down to MOR because I thought it was too long. You know what I mean? Because it's the scientific method, right? So again, I mean, everything we're showing, oh my God. So my point is, if it can be changeable and then you realize what you're being inundated with and what's attacking your consciousness within this environment, in this realm, in this stationary plane, you see, it's not hard for then me to adapt and move through from one understanding that I thought was the one to know, oh shit, this is the one. And sometimes you may even have to take a couple of little aspects or pieces of a specific thing sometimes to the new foundation that you stand on. But my point is, if science does that, in the world of science, can move on with stuff and then a new understanding, what is wrong with these Groundhog Day people that are keeping us in Groundhog Day and not being able to elevate and ascend in our consciousness and get the rapture? It's people like this are the problem. So this is why I always say, whether they're agents or not, my point is it really the Jesuit order's fault now? With all the information at your fingertips, regardless of, you know, what, you know, they're trying to clamp down on this and that, you know, big tech. No, fuck that. You've had how much tellings in how many different infinite ways? Music videos, you know what I mean? From music videos, all types of media, yeah? All types of media, I'll just say it that way, you know what I mean? So we can just encapsulate, boom, done. Consolidate it, put it all together, bam, yeah? But hey, you know, these little specific jewels and gems, hence why I say this is the sorting ground, Midgard. Those that don't understand how to let go of certain luggages and that you hold in your consciousness is going to weigh you down. So then now, as a light being, so to speak, or just a vibrational being, frequency, the frequency is low. What? It's too heavy. Hence why they love gravity to keep you back in their matrix, in your consciousness. So then more than likely you're just going to keep recycling back here. You know? More than likely. This is my point. I don't want to recycle back here unless shit changes. But it's so crazy. We know that it's evidently, yeah? And with the preponderance of evidence coming in, that all checking out for the most part, you know, 99.9%, if you have the right, you know, goggles on, so you can, when you put this thing under the, you know, under scrutiny, under the microscope, and first of all, start with yourself. As I always say, you start with yourself, man. Start with yourself, check the environment, you know, note relationships, communication. Then beyond that, you're noticing what's coming in for everybody, the frequency, and then why, you know. You've got all your different types of Pied Pipers and that people will allocate to a specific type of frequency. But no, most of these frequencies have either been started off or infiltrated, yeah, by the gang. So if they don't get you there, they get you there. If they didn't get you there or there, they get you over there. If they didn't get you there or there or over there, they get you over here or there. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to get you. But once you come online in your own consciousness somewhat, then it's up to you now to put up, you know, work your own shields. You know, work your own shields. You know, whether you're doing that meditation, you know, and you're closing your eyes and you're seeing that energy swirl around. If you know about the black and white lines that go across your eyeballs, that is your Taurus field. All this I've broken down before. Oh, Taurus fields aren't real. What are you going to tell me? Taurus fields aren't real. Is that what you're going to tell me? What are you going to tell me? Unbelievable. Oh, he's making up Taurus fields. Oh, they're not real. Merkaba. He's crazy, that guy. I better leave him a stupid comment. You know? I better leave him a stupid comment. And imagine, I probably only saw, you know, with the Looney Tunes stuff the other day. I've only, basically, you know, like when I go to the channel, I just look and see, click on manage videos, and it would just obviously show me how many comments. I'm seeing like, 73, 74, 75 comments. And I know I've only looked at or entertained 5. Because I don't need to be in that mix like that. I'm not on no special pedestal, so to speak, but I'm definitely seasoned to know, okay, I don't want that in my fold too much or at all. Yeah? Because what is that doing for me? Am I serving it or am I letting it serve me? You know what I mean? So to speak, Anyway, guys, I really don't mean to speak as much, but I do like to still give a quick panoramic so you can get the perspective. So, there's no room. This is my point. With somebody like me, with the way I speak, yeah, and I know why obviously nobody gets to, get some of the jewels and gems. Because I've noticed what's hard-coded in reality for me to always be left in isolation. Always for me to be looked left over. Whether it's in music, with people that you meet, yeah? Or wherever, per se. And then we can bring in, obviously, the truth community. Yeah? I've been experiencing it for decades on decades. And now I've honed in on it. I say, wow, I get it now. Okay. Only maybe if the person or situation really want you to change. So whether it's individual or like a school of fish, for it to change, because it's hard-coded in reality, obviously you'd all have to put your mind to it with your really huddling together like a team, like physically, or something just comes into the for whatever reason, like into the reality, the actuality of the reality, whatever, to make these people start thinking in a specific way, like that, yeah, at a specific time. Just trying to give a quick, hypothetical, possibility of what could be the causality for them to then have that mindset, whether it's individual or more, yeah, and put the dent of thought back into the universe, YOUNIVERSE, yeah, not in a narcissistic way, but all is self. So, bam, rub the genie, get the mirror to reflect back, because obviously you notice stuff that happens reflecting back in your own slipstream from what you think and say, or certain things that you do, and how it reflects back and puts things in your slipstream or brings you certain realizations in your mind's eye. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about if you've been paying attention. But my point is to have that mass change scale individually, or because again, there's more aspects to self than just one. So whether it's just by the self individually again, or by on mass scale, or so many people in a small community, that's what it's going to take to indent the reality for then it to reflect it back. But it's never going to happen. Unless by miracle. Yeah? Unless by miracle. That's all I'm going to say. And I swear now, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let this thing play. And you know what? We're going to roll into a part 3. And then I don't have to worry about any time or anything like that. So I'll upload these 2. And then I'll do... Do you know what? I will actually check my space. Because I might be able to squeeze it in. But I don't want to overly rush. But then, do you know what? Sometimes I'm thinking to myself... Shall I just really just do it as just a real quick news flash? Because those that get it, and just, speed run through it. We'll see when I get there. First thing I need to do though is let the video play. I'm going to do it now, I promise. All right, let's go. We'll go back 20, bam.
Proves is what I've always been saying. The critics of my work are really dumb people. And sadly, there's a lot of them in the conspiracy theory community. And notice most conspiracy theory stuff is just that. It's absolute trash. It's based in nothing but nonsense and ignorance and people's opinions. Meanwhile, what I do is based in knowledge, in fact, in proof, and evidence. And for a moron like this, they still don't get it. So anyway, here, we'll listen to Jake give his summary of what he thinks Gematria is, and pay attention to how dumb his summary is in light of the reality. And then we'll see. Maybe he'll call in and try and defend himself, which I can guarantee you he's not going to be able to. But here we go. Jake the asshole in his own words. And nice house. Or as I say, nice hat. And by the way, also, before I even play his clip, actually, earlier in this stream, he's complaining. He's been watching my number one troll who likes to cut and edit and take things out of context and slander. You know, we just had another good weekend, and he's put up a video about how terrible the weekend it was. It's another winning weekend. But anyway, he's been watching that guy's videos too, and now this guy right here, I don't even know, he's jealous of my house. He's talking about...
Oh, sorry, this is the last one I'm going to say. Now, do you know what? I'm not even going to say it. Fuck it. I might say it later on. But another thing that comes to mind, stop wasting too much kilojoules. But I have to show what I'm showing from my end anyway. I have to. But again, you know, with certain things, don't waste too much kilojoules. Because as I say, let them put their head in the Gematria Guillotine. Those that get it will get it. Those that don't, won't. You know?
That in the stream, he's like, man, I wish I had a house like that. Well, you'd probably have a house like that if you were as intelligent as I was, because you probably would have made better choices in your life. Again, my house is not from anything having to do with gematria. I had a house before I even found out this knowledge. But anyway, here comes the assuming moron to give his false analysis of what he can't comprehend because he's too much of a fucking idiot. Okay, here we go. Jake the asshole in his own words.
And so my thing is with these numbers is you can extrapolate any sort of stupid thing, and it's along the same lines of like pretending to talk to the dead. You know, like I forget the name of that one guy who pretended to talk to people's dead relatives. You guys seen? I forget the name of the show or the guy who did it, but he used to have like a crowd of people, and he'd be like, "Oh, did somebody sitting over here lose a loved one recently?" Someone would be like, "Yeah, I did. Oh, I totally knew that. I could feel that you lost a loved one," and like it made you sad, and it was like you were depressed for a while after losing this loved one. Yeah. Oh, and over here, I'm getting a name that starts with like a K. Is there anyone that knows a person with a name that starts with a K? I do. My cousin Kevin, he died in a car wreck. Yeah, I totally knew that. That's why I knew that somebody over here had a loved one with a name that started with a K. I could feel it. It's like one of those type of things. John Edwards, there it is. Yeah, they did a South Park episode about it. Yeah. Yes, so South Park did a really good breakdown of that. So I think that's the same thing with this gematria. I really think it's like a magic.
Do you know what? I've got to say it. I'm listening to that distorted, nowhere near what the fuck analogy. What are you talking about? You got the perfect hat on, because I know that's to do with the Mad Hatter. I think you need to check yourself, mister. Please. Just, you know, for your benefit. Check yourself, come correct, you know. Pack it in, stop the bullshit. You got... Oh, shit, hold up. As I pointed out, what video was it on? And did I show it in a video? Hold up, where was it? Oh, it was Net Void. Oh, my God. It was so funny when Zach was speaking to the illusion. And... I even read it in the comments with the timestamp. If you go to Net Void's channel, Zach's face that he made was fucking brilliant. You know when you fully feel like the facial, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh my God, he's so correct with that. Just like he is here. He's listening. He's, you know, he's got the filter on, so he's filtering out, you know, taking the information, spit out the bullshit, and he's like, okay, hold up. One, there's no information, and I need to spit out all this bullshit. As I say, when these type of people speak, and I've got to do it, man. When you know, how you going with True Earth, mister? As I said in the other video, the last video, you know, like when you get bad belly and you got the runs, but there's air flowing through. So, you know, when you're on the toilet and it's, you know, you can imagine, right? When these people talk shit and diarrhea, just know that's how they sound, yeah? And as I said, I feel like I'm losing brain cells. So again, shout out to... Yo, absolutely fucking brilliant. Much love, bro. Trust me, I love that shit. You know, just get it together with the other shit and maybe some of the other shit. And I'm not even saying with the extra shit that it might even be that it's even fully 100%. Yeah? I'm always giving you your due and respect and referring people. Yeah? I've put out enough consistency of work. You need to be much more. Well, it would be better. And to be fair, it's not that I care as such now. But I'm just letting people know, you know, once you understand what's happening in your fold and how reality seems to be working. You know what I mean? And then once you catch it, then you kind of know how to set your sails and surf. You get me? Regardless of, you know, the tsunami or whatever the fuck's going on, or, you know what I mean? Or if it's just, you know, it's not as placid as you like, you know? You got some, you know, got to ride them wakes. Wake up as you ride the wake of the waves, yeah? So, I'm losing brain cells here, so...
Trick sort of thing. Or another one is where they pretend to hypnotize people. So these hypnotism shows where they're like, oh, I'm going to hypnotize you. And when you wake up, you're going to act like a chicken. And then the person does. The person does it because they're up on stage and everyone's watching.
Yeah, well, obviously, again, we're dealing with spell casting, hence why it's broadcasting, you know, the broadcasting the news, north, east, west, south. Broadcasting the madness, the frequency. Yes, there is a spell conditioning with, you know, certain frequencies and what you allow yourself to be into as well. I'm not even going to go into that right now. Just in general. But to say that we're trying to, like, we're uncovering the spell, you buffoon. Your basic beast brain. Like, what the hell, man? We're decoding, deciphering. Yeah? And then obviously we're shedding light on it so everybody can each one teach one. But because you fools aren't each one teaching one, like a domino effect, this is the problem. Yeah? And then you're in your own spell of just bullshit and that type of echo chamber. Even if you want to say, oh, I'm over here in my own echo chamber. I think I'd rather my echo chamber than your echo chamber. And that's not because I think I'm better than you or I'm on some pedestal or anything like that. Yeah? So...
And so whenever you see like these hypnotism shows, it's just like a big trick basically where like the person's not really hypnotized. They're just doing whatever goofy thing the person says. So I feel like this is like a trick. It's all...
I'm sorry, just quickly as well. And just, again, if you're new here or not new, you know, if you're a veteran, just a quick reminder, you know, we're not the ones doing the spell, because I know when I was in the midst of the madness in the last couple of years and there was a shortage of toilet paper, I was trying to snap people out of it. And obviously the odd person that I'm seeing, you know, when I'm doing me shop rounds, yeah, is catching wind and saying, that is interesting, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. What am I talking about? If there wasn't no spell casting and the world at large, if you may, isn't under a spell, how is it then that they can broadcast the spell and say on all news media and say, we're running out of toilet paper, and everybody goes crazy for toilet paper, and then people like us that understand the script code of the matrix, so to speak, and the organic side, well, again, we don't know it all, but you know, that little piece is something. Yeah, we've got something to start with here. Yeah, and only a fool would discard either or, whether you're just into the organic or into both. Yeah, you know, doing the full decoding or just or if it's just organic. Only a fool would discard this information. Yeah, do I have to break down my granddad that died last year? 7 months 3 days from his birthday, October 3rd, 5th of May. This is a quick sidebar. We're going to get back to the spell and the toilet paper. But my point is it April? It's October 3rd to into the next year to May 5th. Yeah, he was a pastor all his life, died at 90 years old. Again, I was only churchy when I was young. I'm not churchy, you know, in none of my adulthood or nothing like that. Only when I was, you know, up to like, I don't know, 10 maybe. When I used to stay at my grandma's a lot, because when my mum was working, at nights or whatever. No, because as well, I just had to stay at my grandma sometimes anyway, obviously, as you do, right? But you might have seen extra because obviously where my mum would be working nights sometimes. So me and my brother would be there. But anyway, what was I going to say? Shit. I forgot what I was going to say. I know the toilet paper, but it was extra segue. Oh, yes. So he's a pastor. Yeah, he dies at 90 years old. Pastor equals 73. It's 7 months, 3 days from his birthday to when he dies on May 5th. And of course, May 5th as a numerology of 10. God equals what again? Yeah, equals 10. Also equals 26. And my granddad's name is Hugh. Yeah? Which equals 26. So go figure on that. And again, if you don't think there's a spell code back into the money, especially on the American dollar bill, dollar and bank both equal 26. Doesn't it say on the money, in God we trust? Jake the arse wipe. Speaking about toilet paper, perfect segue back. You see how we do? You see? Give me a mic and a stage. Netflix special. Right. So, they put out that there's a shortage of toilet paper in the media. Isn't it funny that toilet paper, the C word with virus on the end, because I don't want to say it, you know, CORONA, yeah, VIRUS, yeah, equals 56 like unemployment. But anyway, long list of 56s pertaining to that specific thing, you know, that's ongoing since 2020. Bam! Toilet paper and mind control with the 4-base ciphers is a perfect overlay. Interesting, like script. The word script and matrix is a perfect overlay. Interestingly. But anyway, royal family. Again, you know, these type of people that be sending your people out to war and all this type of stuff, you know what I mean? We need you with the finger pointing, you know, that type of shit. Yeah? Just think about the mind control. So mind control, toilet paper, and royal family is a perfect overlay together. And you don't think there's nothing such thing as spell casting and getting people hypnotized or something? But then you're telling me people can't wake from that hypnotization, just like you broke free from the globe, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, how are you tying in, like, what, are we casting spells back on people? Or are you saying that we're now entranced in something that, like, we're under that, you know, Pied Piper, as I tried to break down before? Anyway, shut the fuck up, wake your ass up, or just fuck off and stay in your lane, innit?
Trick, you know, like, oh, well, 49, and if you type in Elvis's wiener, it comes out to 49, and then when you type in the Queen's pubes, it comes out to 49, and then this game is taking place on the 49th day of the year, so, I mean, totally, then that means this team should win. So, again, I think this is just a big trick, a big show that Zach Hubbard puts on. And he pretends like he's decoding some shit. He knows damn well that he's not.
I mean, yeah. Wasn't he correct with the Vice situation? Because, you know, Vice, and, you know, we all know, especially recently with Andrew Tate, how bad Vice actually is. You know what I mean? Like, wow. I mean, us over here in this community, obviously, we clocked some stuff from so many years ago, obviously. But, yeah, they done a hit piece. I mean, go and watch the full video. I'm sure Zach will probably show what Vice did. He showed it how many times. Of course, you can Google Vice News, Zachary K. Hubbard. Excuse me. Yeah. And see for yourself what Vice tried to say and then what they end up saying right at the end with, I think, was it a link to a Simpsons video? So basically, they're still giving them a thumbs up anyway. Because they actually know, even though they're like, oh, some wacko conspiracy guy saying he can predict you know, futures with them sports and Super Bowl. I mean, shit. I mean, to think that, you know, imagine, you know, the amount of things that check out just from me saying this very thing what I'm about to say quickly. Yeah, I have to say this. Yeah, like when Zach pointed out, I'm sorry, he did Muhammad Ali and Prince. When Vanity died, was it 2016? Was that when I found you as well? Because that when that was all popping off. Oh my god, yo. This is why the critics just need to listen. Simon Dan, please. You can do it for fun. Listen, it's on you, innit? Whether you're paid to do it or not, because you're always just gonna get ripped up. Feel free again. Put your head. You know what it is, yeah. You know, we got the foot pedal. So as you just get to the Gematria Guillotine now, your foot step on it as your head go in there, and it just comes down. Yum. But as I say, you guys, you know, you keep, you know, reanimating. If you know them old school film there, they keep reanimating and going back. They keep reanimating and coming back. And as I say, the last video that I put out is me showing two things quickly how disingenuous Simon Dan is. So how am I then still getting 73 comments with nearly 1,000 views via McLooneyToon that shared it on his community wall chatting BS? So I'll show that in part 3 because, man, I just want it to be thorough as well. Because if I'm not thorough with this, you know what I mean? I could have made a short video now and you're not getting all of this. Yeah? I'll be just forcing in the, oh, you gotta watch it all of it once because he's put it up. You don't have to watch it all at once, but at least watch the flipping video over time. They only got time for a 30-second video. They just got the Vine minds. You remember Vine videos was the thing? 7-second videos. They've got Vine minds. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got the kind of urges sometimes as well when it's like, oh shit, you know, you like things to be quick because you're so used to, you know, shit being quick, damn it. Shit, it doesn't take long. Even certain things you may notice in your fold, certain things that you may think that come to fruition back manifesting in reality. You know what I mean? You know, certain things like, shit, that was fucking quick. So I'm not actually, you know, doing it all the time as such, or that's, you know, or dedicated, but there has been certain things where, you know, my mind was on it and wow, it didn't take long, be it the same day or the next day. It's like, oh shit, it's fucking amazing. You know, shit just materialized. I was just thinking about that. That is, I'm on about shit that I needed or something like that. It just comes my way. Bam, here you go. It's like, wow, it's incredible. Trust me. Just start to get with the universe. Singularity, be one. What else was I just saying? Was I saying something and I'm forgetting shit? Anyway, I'm almost there now. Do you know what? It's going to be a part 3. So we don't want to mess this video up. I'll be so pissed to lose it. We just watched this last.
Okay, so again, I don't even know how these statements can possibly be made. Again.
That's what I was saying. Exactly. Thank you, Zachy. He just reminded me. Yes, facts, Zach. Zach with the facts. Some people try to say after the facts, but my point is, even if you want to say after the fact, Zach, my point is, look what's been brought forth and the community at large. Now, I do get if you're saying that sometimes he may have twisted some stuff, and you know what I mean, or it seems a bit consistent how he might have twisted. You know what I mean? Certain stuff, or he put that video up and deleted it, now he's putting that one up. Obviously, sometimes you're going to have to change shit, right? And as I say, it is variables. Sometimes, obviously, it's going to be much more to one way of a team than another fucking team, man. Be it stock market, oh, am I going to do that one or am I going to do that one? You know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's variables. You know? Sometimes it's going to be, shit, I'm in between. I'm in between. And obviously how you learn to do all your parlays, as I say, I'm not, or never have been into the whole betting stuff, etc, etc. But I know it's there and I know it's definitely working. There's too many different people from different angles showing shit. You know what I mean? And even communities that aren't even on YouTube. You know, you got your Discord and stuff like that. I mean, come on. You know? Shout out to the other gentleman, UK. I know we had a little at one time, but you know, I hope you're well. Bally go backwards. You know, I know he's been smashing it on the golf and such delights. What are you saying? Is he chatting shit? Like, you know? But my point is, what I want to quickly say is, too much stuff when it comes to the news anyway. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, my point is, he's showing how the news and the media is structured. He's showing, and the community at large, you know, showing, wow, okay, look at these patterns with all these celebrity deaths. Look at, you know what I mean? It's like, wow. And my point is, again, as I've said, You can't just discard, even if it's only organic. This is fucking amazing to look at. That's like, wow, that's amazing. That is amazing, you know? Because once you start to understand how you're polarized and why you're born on a specific day, you know, wherever the sun was, at the zodiac, at the house, at the degree, and all that stuff, you know? And of course, 360 around the face of the earth, so to speak. Each day is a degree in the year, hence 360. But you see, the fast ass is, 365, let's change the months around. Probably the only normal month, as we've come to realize, of course, must be February. 28 days, 7 days a week, 4 weeks, you know, man. You know, but they want to fast. You get me? They want to fast with the thing and create their own matrix. Then, while they're still on different systems, but then leave you stagnant on your one. You know what I mean? Because as I say, some of their festivities, it moves around through the year. It's not stagnant. I'm stagnant. You know, Christmas is always that day. Or Easter's always that day. No, their festivities moves around. They just leave us Groundhog Day, boy. Just fucking hell. Elsa, frozen in time. Right, guys. I'm going to continue this, but I'm going to finish off saying what I'm going to say quickly. Prince, again, you forecast Prince. I'll go into the Prince thing again properly again for those that haven't heard it in the next video. But anyway, forecast Prince and Muhammad Ali 2016. I'm sure there's still audio of that or some video or some shit somewhere, but it's definitely a fact. Yeah, when Vanity died, of course, Vanity is linked with Prince. And again, lastly, there's too much stuff overall for you to be able to come and shit on this work from whatever angle you're coming with. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that you can't point some things out and say, okay, I've got to call you on this, call you on that. You know what I mean? And try and iron out certain creases, so to speak. Because obviously sometimes people can change their default. But, you know, I mean, sometimes people can't. So, all right, guys, I'm going to catch you on part 3, wholeness.